you had never trained, Kaylee, before your Women Empowered start? Oh, it's so good. Left arm, other arm. Yeah, it can be ruined if you go about it the wrong way, you know, if your initial experience is unpleasant. Other way forward. Great. Let's rock back. Come on down. And let's do these little turtle pivots. Up. Boom. Just kind of rocking and turning. Come on up. Both legs one way. Lean forward a little bit. Both legs turned out. And we're going to switch the legs. And switch. Switch. And switch. Switch. Good. Great. All right. And now let's lay down on our back, 1 foot on the ground, left foot on the ground, head off the ground, hips 1 inch off the ground, you guys, and just the smallest little pivot and bite. Pivot and bite. Pivot and bite. It's almost like you should pivot and bite your calf over your own existing current knee. And then pivot again and bite. Full 360 and then switch. Other foot on the ground, pivot, bite. Pivot, bite. Hands in front of your chest and bite. Pivot, bite. You're pivoting on the ball of your foot and bite. Pivot, bite. Reset and bite. Boom, bite. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, from our backs right here, let's have 1 foot on the ground, 1 leg flat. Turn on your side, okay? A different movement, the shrimp escape here, shrimp movement. 1 leg up, 1 leg down. Both hands blocking the imaginary person's body right here. And then from there, you're gonna shoot your hips out the back, all the way out, and then bring it right back in. Nice, and re-switch on the other side, reset. 1 up, 1 down, make sure you can see us. Hands down, shoot those hips out. And then come back. Switch sides.
Switch, always facing the flat leg, using our posted leg to shoot our hips back, and then using that leg, same leg, to bring us back into place.
Keep doing it, switching sides. Out and back. 2 more, turning, out and back. Last one, leg up. Shoot the hips out, let's see it. Out and right back, good. And bring it back, beautiful. Okay, excellent. Everyone fold your legs one way. 1 leg up, 1 leg down. Make sure you can see us. 1 leg up, 1 leg down. Both hands down on the side of the flat leg. Jump back and get up in base with a strong stance. Get up in a strong stance and now put your hands down and jump back in. Nice, so hands down, jump back, go. Boom, back down. Good, both hands down, jump back, go. Great, back down. 2 more. Hands down, jump. 4, jump down. And last one. 5, switch sides, come on in. Other leg, other hands.
Just switching legs, the other leg's now flat on the ground.
Hands down behind you. Put all your weight on your hands, ladies, makes the jump easier, go. Nice, come back in. Hands back, jump back, go. Beautiful, back in. 3 more, go. Base, 4, good. And 1, last one here. Great, Georgiana, jump back, go, big jump. Boom, perfect. Awesome, guys. And we're up, beautiful. Okay, we're down here. Ground techniques today.
This is the part where I say I'm out of breath and then I have to talk.
Okay, you guys, today, weapon defenses. We love it.
Yeah, and we always start this class with a discussion on the principles, right? Principles of weapon defense, which I think are always important discussion to have before we discuss any actual techniques of what to do with a weapon. And those principles or the kind of strategies are super important because we use those first before we decide whether we have an opportunity to basically get the weapon from somebody. There's pretty much 4 rules that we talk about. Rule number 1 is that if somebody is using a weapon to get something material from you.
Give me your phone.
My iPhone?
Yes.
11
Yes,
Pro?
yes.
Wait, the Pro?
Yes.
Oh.
Give it to me now.
We give it to him.
We give it to him,
Okay.
you guys.
We give it to him.
If
Here's the phone.
Yes.
Not only do you give it to him, you might throw it.
It's so hard, you guys.
for them.
It's so hard to give up something that means something, but it's a physical possession. Rule number 1, if they want something physical possession that can be bought, we give it to them. Rule number 2.
That rule goes for Heather too.
That goes for men and women. Don't be a hero.
This is not just because it's women empowered. This is a general rule that if someone uses a weapon to get something material that can be replaced, we give it to them. You throw it at them and you go the other way to safety. Right? So that's probably the hardest rule. That's probably going to be the most important rule to remember.
And most likely.
Most likely. Most statistically, most kinds of like violence, including weapons, is attempted muggings, right? Or attempted robberies or something like that. So they're usually trying to get something material or money, something from that. And the general rule is, not that it's easy and not that we feel good about it, but the best way for safety is to give them something material. And then the next rule is that if they're using a weapon to intimidate you into isolation.
Get in the car.
What do we do?
Get in the car and I won't kill you.
Do I go in the car?
Logic says yes.
Logic says yes. If he says get in the car and I won't kill you, I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to be killed, so I'm going to do what he says. But you guys are looking at this and going, no, don't trust him, right? Somebody who's holding a weapon to your neck and telling you something is not somebody who can be trusted.
There you go.
It's not somebody who has integrity with their word. So we now have to look at that and say, the most important thing is just not to leave the primary crime scene. If somebody's using a weapon to intimidate you into isolation, we do everything in our power not to go.
Boom.
And that is the second rule. And that might look many different ways, but as long as in the back of your mind you understand your objective is I cannot be isolated with this person without a bystander or somebody potentially being able to intervene when they have a weapon.
Well, at the core of this belief should be the fact that you know, or you should tell yourself, if he says get in the car and I won't kill you, do you believe him that he won't kill you later? If he's gonna kill you in the parking lot, he's gonna do it later, or vice versa.
And statistics show that too. They show that your chance of survival goes way down
if you
once
leave
you're
the primary
isolated
crime scene. So you have to know, I don't trust this guy, so I don't trust his logic. Get in the car and I won't kill you. So you say, I'm gonna fight here or not fight at all, and we're gonna go with this 100% and avoid being put in the car if we can at all costs, or into isolation of any kind.
So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is that if you are in a situation where you are potentially already isolated and help is not nearby, and they are now using a weapon, again, to intimidate you into something else that they want, right? Then we have to do everything in our power to negotiate the weapon out of the equation. And really what that means is trying to talk them out of using the weapon. Because once a weapon's introduced, we're gonna see this, but a lot of our other Gracie Jiu-Jitsu tools and skills and techniques are not possible. Everything comes down to this weapon, right? And if it's in the vicinity, right, or if we can negotiate and get them to put it down. And all that means is us having to feign compliance and basically say, look, I will do whatever you want, but please put the weapon down. I'm very scared. You don't need the weapon. Put it down. Anything you can do to try to get them to put the weapon down or away and make them believe that they don't need it to accomplish whatever it is that they have in mind. So if we can negotiate that, then we've got all of the rest of the Women Empowered program, all of our other skills, all the other self-defense techniques we have those at our disposal. But only if the weapon is out of the equation.
If we can't negotiate.
And if we can't negotiate, then we go to
rule number 4.
Rule number 4.
Which is break his arm, take the weapon, stab him in the neck.
Which is break it and take it. So if we're here, we're going to talk about this first scenario, which is the knife or weapon in our throat or close to our head. And again, the general idea here is that he's using it to intimidate me into something.
Right.
Because possibly, somebody could walk in here.
Yeah, someone could walk in here and start stabbing me in the chest, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to know. But if they're trying to use the weapon to intimidate and try to dominate or maintain control, there at least is a chance for something to be done because they're not using the weapon, they're just using it to intimidate, versus someone who waits at your front door, you walk out and they shoot you, they're not trying to accomplish anything other than kill you. That's much more difficult to defend against. But here, when they're trying to use it to accomplish something else, that's when it becomes a defendable situation.
And negotiating first, please, sir, put the weapon
I'm not going to drop the weapon. I
Please,
see your t-shirt. I know you do that jiu-jitsu stuff. Ow!
Okay, so we break the weapon, he drops it, right? We have it here.
And then we'll talk about what to do next in a second.
We'll address it here.
That was just so violent.
So we're here. So the first thing that you'll see is that I get the weapon away from my neck, right? So it's going to be a cross block here. So I'm pinning his wrist, blocking his body, foot on his hip, and I bite the body here. The other leg swings around, and now this is what we call an arm lock from the guard. So my hips go up, my heels go down, and I break his arm here. And I convince him to drop the weapon. Now from here, I can recover the weapon and I can use it against him, okay? And now using my legs, I can push him off and I can get up and base safely with the weapon at my side here, okay?
And this is very similar, ladies, to those who join us in the hair grab defense class. The arm lock is the same. Just the considerations are slightly different, but we can practice it. Eve, want to walk through that one time? Even without the weapon, let's go solo on the arm lock, Eve, from the guard.
Sure.
And you guys can track with her as she walks through the steps here. So if you guys want to lay down and kind of make sure you can see the camera, as long as you can see the camera, you can track along with her here from the guard.
That's right.
And we'll all have some fun with this. So we're assuming the suspect has their right hand knife on your neck, throat area. Let's all assume that they're right-handed attacking here, and that'll just make it easier for Eve to coordinate your left and rights together. And make sure you guys can all see it. Georgiana, maybe you want to, turn a little more head towards me. There you go, just like that. That's going to be a good angle. Excellent.
So I almost like this drill. Like take your left hand and create a blade and put it on your neck. Put it on your neck here. Now take your right hand. We're gonna use a monkey grip and we're gonna pull that away from our body.
Right hand pull tight.
Okay. So our elbow is pinned towards our rib cage here. So do that again. The hand is here. You're not following directions, sir. The left hand is a blade on their neck.
Okay. They're having a blade.
Blade here. Now the other hand comes in and we pull it away.
So we're simulating our own blade.
Yes, we're simulating the blade. So the blade is here on our neck. Dope. The other hand comes in, grabs it, and look, pins the wrist. Elbow down, tight.
Beautiful.
Great. Okay. So now that's the first step. Now we can let go of this hand. This other hand's going to come over the top, and we're bracing the shoulder. Okay, bracing the shoulder, the monkey grip here, and we're creating space here. Okay, so we've got the knife pinned or the weapon pinned, and we've got this space here. Now we would be posting off of their hip, but since we don't have something to post off of, we're gonna push off the ground. And now look, turn and bite. Remember the bite we did earlier, the turn and bite? Turn and bite.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's do all of that again, up until the turn and bite. So we're here, the weapon's on our neck. Everyone comes in and pulls it away.
Boom.
Pulls it away, down, elbow tight, okay? Now the hand comes over and grabs the shoulder, right? Post off the shoulder here. Put on the ground, turn and bite. Okay, now we're gonna do this and we're gonna consolidate the steps, okay? In order to do this, we might have to lose the knife because we need both hands.
No worries.
But let's practice this. So we're gonna do this, look, all at the same, now we're gonna do this at the same time. So as I'm pulling the knife away, I'm also gonna brace the shoulder. So do this, one.
Roll.
Back together, one. Here,
grab and frame.
And one. We're grabbing and framing at the same time. One.
Boom.
Here,
and this hand's behind the shoulder. Open that hand, maybe.
Hand.
Hook it.
Yep, exactly. Hooking there. Here. Again. Here. Boom. All right, now we're gonna add one more step simultaneously so that this is all becomes one move, right? So now we're gonna do that same turn and bite at the same time as we're doing this. Okay, so look, it's almost like our foot's gonna touch the ground the same time we do this, and then we're gonna turn and bite.
Nice.
Okay, go back, straighten up, and then you can do it slowly, but do it simultaneously. So here, turn and bite.
Dope.
Again.
Dope.
So remember, we're pinning the arm, this one's coming across, and we're pivoting. Ready, and go.
Good bites.
One more time. So we're pinning, turn and bite. Beautiful. All right, so now we're here. Let's talk about what's next. Next, the leg comes around the head, and look, it swings and comes together, okay? So the leg has we just bit the back, the other leg swings around, and now we bring our feet down to the ground, okay? Elevate your hips for the actual break. And now look at where my hands are. 2 C grips to our chest, and our hips go up. Okay, let's go back. Let's start from the beginning here. So remember, these are all gonna happen at once. It can be slow, but it has to be simultaneous. The same time we're taking the knife away, we're doing what? Posting and turning and biting. 1, and now look at the leg. 2, feet go to the ground. Now hands go to the chest, and then hips up. Everyone bridge.
Nice bridge.
Nice.
Dope.
Let's do that again. Let's put that all together. So we're here. Remember, all 3 at the same time. 1, 2, 3, and we're biting.
Dope.
The leg is swinging. And now look, once that leg comes over, where does the hand go? To our chest. Now both hands are holding the arm with the weapon to the chest. Feet go down, hips go up and break. Okay, so double hands, double C grips to the chest, pinning it down. And it should be tight to your chest, not like out here, but tight. Let's do that again. So we're gonna make the first 3 steps simultaneous. 1, 2, 3, and bite. Swing the leg. Heels down, hips up, both hands on the chest.
Nice hips, good bridge.
Okay, both hands on the chest. All right, so now what? Actually, let's just show that for context one more time. So we've got the knife on the neck, okay? I'm using the hand, look, all at the same time. 1, 2, 3, right? So that was even a little too fast, but let's just do this first, right? 1, 2, 3, okay? So now we're biting. And now the leg comes over, and now both hands go on the wrist, pinning, and heels down, hips up, okay? So now he's dropped the knife. Now in order for me to get this knife, I want to use kind of the arm that's on the same side of his head. This is the stronger grip on his arm because I'm using my back muscles, right? So I want to keep this grip and I use my opposite hand to grab the weapon. Now from here, I can open this up and I can use it against him on his neck, in his armpit, especially if he's ticklish, right here. You know what I'm saying? So here, once you use it, now you can place your foot on his neck and push him back. And now from here, look, I can shrimp out, I can sit up, and I can get up and base with what? The weapon in hand. Cool, super important.
That can be done solo. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it solo now here. So we're gonna start from the same place. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, right? So the
Wrist,
hand is pinning, and the other hand's on the shoulder as we're rotating and biting. Now the other leg comes up and over, and now both hands go to the chest, hips up. That's it, heels down. And now we break. So now keeping your right hand pinned to your chest, you're gonna use your left hand and grab the imaginary weapon that just fell. Now you're using it, okay?
Got it.
And now use it against them, right?
Open
you
your
can use
knee.
it against it, kind of open your knee up. That's where their neck would be. And now you can place your foot, which would be on their neck, and just kind of kick them off. Just kick, yeah. Sit up, and now you have the weapon in your hand, potentially your left hand. You get up and base and feel that weapon here.
Awesome.
Great. If you have a little device, a little something, a little pencil, a little knife that you want to grab and use
On imaginary
just
Joe?
for fun, you know, why not? Why not? So let's try this again. So make sure that everyone, these first two grips are both monkey grips, right? The cross grip and the shoulder brace are both monkey grips. And here we go. And bite. The leg comes up and around, hands to the chest, hips up, heels down. Now left hand goes and grabs the weapon. Stab, and you can open up your leg, stab, stab, stab. The foot can come in and it kicks them off, and we can sit up here. You can scoot back if you want to get space, and then everyone gets up and base holding the weapon in your hand. Beautiful.
Awesome, guys. And we can just demonstrate, but you guys don't need to do it differently, but Eve can show here with the gun the same technique.
It's a little different, but
I know, but you can just,
it's a little different.
It's hard, but they don't have their guns to practice, but it'd be more
Yes.
fun if they had it. Just so you guys can see, the move is the same, the break is the same, just the exit's slightly different for the gun. So if I have a weapon here in Eve's neck or face, she's gonna do the same grip, she's gonna pull it off her
So
neck.
same thing, we're always negotiating. Please put the weapon down. You don't need it.
Yeah, I
and
do.
then I come here. Okay, so I break, right? He now drops the weapon, and as I go to use it, look, I kick him off first, and I can come here and I can shoot him.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right, and the reason why I like with the weapon, with the gun, the main difference is that when he's this close, I don't want to.
If I grab this, the gun's done.
It's done. So even from this,
But a knife,
close,
I can't grab it at close range so easily and disarm Eve. But a gun, if I get a hold of this, actually, if you ask me, this person actually has a longer lever than this person. So if she has the grip on the handle
So
and I have this, I actually have more leverage than she does on the gun.
Right, so even if I'm in this final position and now I've gotten the gun here and now I'm trying to like use it, it's way too close.
Too congested.
Too congested here.
So the gun,
So
you want
the idea
distance.
that once you kind of break the arm, right? Once you break the arm here and get a hold of the weapon, you can push them off, and then look, I'll shrimp out, right? I'll shrimp out here, and now I can use the weapon if I need to, right? And if they even came at you further, do this way, then we're in this position where I can use my hips and block, right? And
Nice.
keep the weapon away from him. So that's the important detail there. But that's the difference between doing it with a gun and with a knife.
Yes.
Here, after you cross your legs on the back.
On the arm lock, can you cross your legs? Yes. Check this out. You're allowed to, ladies, if you want to cross your legs. When Eve does it, gun, knife, or hair grab, when she lands, all she has to make sure is that the one that's biting my neck is beneath the other leg versus this.
Versus this.
I feel no neck squeeze. Do it the other way. Look at my voice changing when she squeezes, tight, tight. Yeah, that's different. See a little.
And here's what I'll say about this in terms of why you would do one versus the other, is that with the cross, that's more about his ability to pull his arm out. His arm can't escape here, right? But what I like about not crossing my leg is that it puts more pressure on the head. To me, it seems more realistic that Henry will just try to kind of sit up and stack me. And the crossing of the leg doesn't prevent that. But if I uncross my leg and I put pressure on his head, he tries to sit up, I can keep his head down, right? So
Yeah, so anyways, there are different benefits for different techniques for different benefits. Crossing is more arm slip prevention. Separated legs is more stack prevention. It depends. Do you have an arm slipper or do you have a stacker? And sometimes you don't know, so you're going to go with your gut and then hopefully you guess correctly. That's just the reality.
And the
of it.
arm pulling out is a little bit more of a trained behavior, I feel like, than someone just kind of sit up.
So this all presumes that the knife was in your throat, you guys. Check this out. Now let's talk about if the knife is down lower by your hip. So the person is here and has the knife down by your hip area and they're inside your guard. It changes it very much because the fact that my hand's close to Eve's neck means that my hips, her hips are directly beneath my elbow. That's a break right there. But if this is here, her hips are not beneath my elbow, so there's no standard armbar breaking potential. My hand is now much lower by her hips. Everything changes. So we'll demonstrate, then we'll break it down.
So always negotiating first.
I'm not dropping the knife. I'm not going to fall for your negotiation class. I know these techniques.
And now drop the weapon. Now I can use it against him, and
we're out of there.
always up in base with the weapon here.
Awesome. One more time on this side over here.
So this one's called the kimura. The kimura here. Still from the guard.
One more time on this side. Check it out.
So the idea is that the first thing I want to do is protect him from coming in to stab me, right? So I do a C grip here. Look, I come over the top, I snake over his arm, and I grab my own wrist. And right here I switch from a C grip to double monkey grips here. Double monkey grips, okay? So C grip is here with a thumb. Monkey grip is no thumb, right? Monkey grip is here. Cool, so double monkey grip. C grip, the moment I come over the top and grab, it switches to double monkey grips. Great. And now, pushing off my feet, I want to pull him to the ground, almost on top of me. Look, I pull him down, keeping his arm at 90 degrees, okay? Now this leg can either bite his leg or his hips here, and I'm kind of trapping him from just being able to step back over. So I'm keeping this pinned, and now look, my hips come out. Hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, and I'm inching out to be able to get him in this position. Now I have the side guard. And now from here, I'm going to apply pressure. This is the actual kimura here. And I'm driving in this direction, which creates extreme pain on his shoulder. And if he doesn't let go of the weapon, I would keep doing it and telling him to verbally drop the weapon. Now, in order to get the weapon, I can even close his, keep his arm connected to my leg. And now I'm going to take my top arm, reach over and grab it here. Again, I can use it against him here. And now my leg can come off. And look, I just shrimp out from underneath him. It might be dead weight at that point. So shrimping out is probably the most effective way to get out from underneath. And now we're here.
Solidify it.
Cool.
Let's do it.
So let's solidify it. Let's do it. So we'll do it this way here. So we're going to assume that it's their right arm, right? So it's our left hand that's going to be posting and straighten. This arm is stiff, okay? So everyone grabs, C grip. Everyone just do that, C grip here, stiff arm. All right, now we're going to sit up and reach up and over, look, up and over, snake through, and grab double monkey grip, switch.
Go around and grab your own
So look, it went from C grip to double monkey grips.
Right there.
Let's do the same thing to the other side. Let's just do,
better.
That's it, great, yes.
Excellent.
Let's just do
right
a
there.
few
Switch
switches.
hooks, look. Oh.
Look, a few switches. So look, on this side now, C grip,
C
reach
grip.
up and over, monkey grip.
Oops, sorry.
Double monkeys, okay? Now other side, C grip,
Oh, we're just changing
reach up and over,
And
reach
practice
monkey
just
grip,
that.
yep. Here, C grip, up and over, double monkey grip. C grip, reach up and over, double monkey grip.
Start with the C and with the monkeys.
So you have the C, sit up, and look, even if you have to lift up your hips, you can come in to grab easier, double monkey grips. Here, reach up and over, look, see how I lift my hips off the ground? You might need that to be able to reach double monkey grips, okay? So now that we have these double monkey grips, we're here. You with us? So
yes.
Here, I'm gonna push off my feet and pull them on top of me, look. And now watch my arms, right? We go here, boom.
Keep the arm right in the center.
The arms are still kind of like connected to your chest
right in the center,
and
on their back, yeah.
Yep, right here, okay?
Good, no thumbs.
And now, we are going to bite.
Trap their leg. With your left leg, just step in the middle. There you
Trap
go.
the leg. So with the left leg, just kind of step in the middle.
Left leg.
Now this is a very interesting part. I think we just drill this and understand this movement. So we want to rotate. And the way we do that is, look, by moving our hips and our shoulders. And our hips and our shoulders. And our hips and our shoulders. And look how I'm getting an angle. Here. Shoulders. Hips. Keep going. Shoulders. We're not even doing this for the move. We're just kind of drilling this hips and shoulders. So we're moving your hips first, and then your shoulders go back. Hips, shoulders. Hips, shoulders. Hips, just do a little circle here. Hips, shoulders. Hips, shoulders. Great. Okay, so let's go back. Let's start from the beginning of the kimura. So we're here, look, C grip on their wrist. The other hand comes up, look, we sit up and over, and we grab what? Double monkey grips here.
Thumbs. Good.
Pushing off of the ground, I bring them down, okay?
Oh.
Now look at the angle of my head, and watch where I end up when I do the hip shoulders. So I'm here, we almost want to we trap the leg, and now watch. Hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders. We can almost get 90 degrees. Let's just practice that for now, that my head is now facing this way. And now look, the legs bite. So we have this side guard position.
Cross your legs over their body, guys. Looking
Over
sharp.
their body. We're on our side,
Check you
we're
guys
on
out
our
right
side
here.
here. Okay? Everyone's on your side. Now here's a move we're gonna practice several times. This is the actual kimura kind of pressure, which actually, this is so fun, we get to practice without actually ripping someone's arm off. But it's a movement we don't often get to practice because there's usually somebody's arm that we care about. So we're gonna practice this. Look, we're in, and now watch slowly as I do it, and then you guys can join. As I extend my legs, look, my upper body rotates. And then I go back. I extend, and I'm rotating and twisting.
Come back into curl.
And then come back in,
Start curl,
right? And we
stretch,
kind of
stretch,
are on our
extend,
side.
twisting towards the ground.
And
Yes,
boom.
reset, curl,
Here.
there it is. As your legs
Here.
stretch, your body twists. Go.
And rotate.
Great, great, great. Go again.
Here.
Curl, stretch.
Extend the
twist
legs
that
and
fist to the
rotate.
ground. Good.
In,
Stretch. Boom.
extend the legs and
Twist.
rotate.
Perfect.
Keeping the grips. Here we go, and
Stretch.
boom. And think about this, like I almost want to drive my fist, this fist, to the mat.
Yep,
right?
yep.
I want to do this, right? So think about that. So here, it's like I'm punching the floor with this hand as we go. Keep going, try it a couple more times. So here, we're grabbing this wrist, and my right hand's grabbing my left wrist, right, with a monkey grip, and we're driving. That's it. Beautiful. So that was the actual pressure that we just did on the kimura.
Is the one that's holding his wrist. Yeah, so as you stretch your guard, that's why we do that fist so it's solid. Yeah,
That's
so
it.
stretch, boom.
Awesome.
Nice, good 100,000.
Let me see. Keep doing it a few more times. I want to watch you guys.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
So we're here,
Hard with
and we're
that partner,
driving
but
and
yeah.
rotating.
Let's try to get together, guys. Someone
keep
start over,
doing
everyone
that
start over.
same.
Grab with the left hand.
There it
Boom,
is.
we're gonna sit up.
Nice, Susan. Yep.
Wrap, grab your own wrist. So left is grabbing right.
There you go. And now, if you can,
Good.
take your legs
Trap with
off
your
the
left
ground.
foot.
So try to cross
Yes.
your legs, keep
Hip,
them off
shoulder,
the
hip,
ground
shoulder.
as you
So
extend
now
and rotate.
you're-
Yes,
that's
that's it,
what was,
Kale.
You're supposed to be, yeah, that's what it
Nice,
is.
that's it. I keep
Yes.
going. Yep,
Keep
great.
going. Now cross your
Extension
legs.
and rotating at the same time.
Yeah, same thing, Ali. Cross your legs
That
over the
is
body
when,
now.
yes,
Cross
that's
your
it,
legs.
Alexandra.
There you
Perfect.
go. Now just stretching the rib, facing that way. Go.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's a very
Don't change your
unique
grips, Katie. You
movement.
had
Like I
your
said,
grips
we
right.
don't get to practice
Yeah.
this when
Yes,
someone's
there
arm
it
is in
It's all
there.
perfect. You got it.
So it's a good
Yeah.
time to practice
You
that
got
full
it.
rotation of the movement that you would actually
Boom.
do when trying
Good.
to.
Boom.
Dislocate someone's
Reset it,
shoulder.
guys. Face this way.
Looks awesome. All right, so let's do it. Put it all together.
Yes.
Right, kimura. So the kimura is going to come all together now. So here we are. It's going to be C grip.
On which hand?
So we're going to do, our left hand is going to be extended, their right arm, right? So left hand, C grip. We sit up, come up and over, double monkey grips. Look, my right arm is grabbing my left with a monkey grip. Here. Pushing off of the ground, look, I lift up my hips and I slam to the ground here. Now we trap the leg with the left foot.
Other one. Yes.
Now look,
And you're
using
gonna
our
back
left foot on
towards
the
me.
ground, hip, shoulders, hip, shoulders,
Great.
hip,
Good, Georgia.
shoulders. Now that you've got
Cross
90
those
degrees,
legs.
what? The legs come over and cross. Keep your legs crossed and off the ground. Now we're gonna take the shoulder and break it. Here we go, 1, 2, 3,
Stretch.
rip. There it is. Perfect. So let's show that.
Use that thing, do it again. Stretch and stretch.
See, I'm gonna do it this way, and then you guys can see this angle here. Perfect. So we're here, look, C grip. I sit up and over, double monkey grips on the wrist, okay? Now pushing off the ground, look, I pull him down and I keep my hands close to my chest. So his arm stays 90 degrees. This leg is biting his leg. It's stepping over and trapping it. Now using the pressure on this leg or on the ground, look, hip, shoulder, just enough to get this 90-degree angle. Now look at the leg. It crosses. And now, this is again where I can't practice the full range of motion, but I'm gonna go very slow. Boop, there it is, okay? And now when he drops the weapon, now watch. I can even use my leg to keep his hand in place. And which arm do I use to grab the weapon? The top arm, that's very important. Because the bottom arm is kind of laced and it's keeping his arm kind of bent in place, right? So I need the top arm to come in. Top arm to grab, now I can use it here, right? I can use the weapon here, and now once the leg comes off, I can post off of his body. Remember, he's already been incapacitated, we'll say, and I can shrimp out and get up in base with the weapon here. Cool. So now let's do all of that, but with the weapon, right? So we're gonna do solo drill, assuming that we have the weapon. We're gonna go all the way to using the weapon and getting up in base. So here we are. Start with the kimura. The kimura, the weapon is in their right hand, so we're gonna use our left. Left hand posting with a C grip. We sit up, we reach, and double monkey grips here. Pushing off the ground, we pull them down on top of us. Arms are tight.
Boom.
Trap the leg. Now using this foot, using the left leg, we're gonna move hip, shoulder, just kind of inch our way over, and now look at the legs.
All the way around so I can see better.
Come over and trap.
Either way, walk around.
Trap the legs here. And now we're going to
you're still
rip.
doing the same operation, but now
Right,
you
so
can
we
work
rotate and drive the arms to the ground. Great.
Walk around, go, Jen,
So
so
now
I
that
can
we're
see you.
here,
Walk more,
right?
turn around so you keep turning.
Which
keep turning.
arm
Perfect.
grabs the weapon?
Now from here, cross your
The
legs.
top
again,
arm, right?
stretch
I'm
with
on
the
my
legs.
side,
Turn
so I'm
towards
gonna
me.
say my
Boom.
left hand is my
That's
top arm.
it. Now,
And you can even
here
use the
drop
leg to kind of
weapon.
bite their arm.
This arm stays.
We grab the
North
weapon,
hand,
whichever,
grab the
wherever
weapon,
it is.
right there. Reach over
We
and
use
grab
it against them,
Yeah, find the weapon.
and now the leg comes off,
By your face.
and we can
Take the
shrimp out.
weapon.
Remember those shrimps we did? Extend, and now we stand
Now,
up
use
in
your
base
fist,
with the weapon in our hand.
Push up, start shrinking out, and then
Awesome.
push up his body and kick out.
Let's
Get
do
up
it.
base, get up base.
Henry, you want to guide him through one more time? I want to watch over here.
Yeah, let's do it all together. Everyone down. Come on, you guys, you got it. Everyone's coming with me. So everyone's down. Reach down on the left side. Grab the wrist. Yep. Reach on the left. Uncross your legs. Sit up. Go all the way up. Reach around. Grab your own wrist, ladies. Everybody come
Own
up
wrist,
and grab double wrist
monkey
grabs.
grips.
No thumbs. Once you're there, push off the ground. Drive your back down. Keep the hands tight. At this point,
Nice.
left foot traps the foot. Now hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder. Now, if you can't see the camera or you can't see me, take your feet, walk forward until you can see more effectively what's going on here.
Good
A
idea.
little spinneroo. Yep, spinneroo. There you go. From this, let's trap the leg. Let's do the hip, shoulder. Everyone's on your side. Now, take your legs, cross over the body, fully up on those hips.
There it is.
Lock your
Nice,
scissor.
Paige.
Everybody, take your scissor now. As you stretch the scissor, use that stretch
Yep.
to drive your hands into the ground. Twist.
Nice,
His arm is broken.
Sophie.
The arm is broken. Take your top hand. In my case, it's the left hand. Keep your right hand on your chest. Take your top hand. Go find the knife. Go get it.
That's it, Tracy.
Grab it. Now stab him in the neck 3 times.
Use
1,
it.
2, 3. Now use both hands. Fist. You still hold the knife. Put your fist on their body and start to shrimp your hips out. Walk away. Now get up in base, hands down, and jump up.
Weapon in hand, looking awesome. Nice,
Always take the
Sheila.
knife with you.
That's it. Great base get up.
Other side.
Great,
Let's go.
you guys.
Everybody, other side. Lay down.
Ooh, other side. You guys
I believe
ready
in
for
you.
this?
Right hand, reach down, find a
Ready for
wrist.
this?
Right hand, reach down, find a wrist. Sit up on your right elbow, quick. Reach around, grab your own wrist. No thumbs, ladies. No thumbs. Lay your back down. Boom. Trap the leg with your right foot. Everybody, hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder. If your angle's not good, walk around backwards and come face me. Come face me.
Back.
Yeah, you're on your side. You should be facing, I think, your hip, shoulder towards me. Thank you, Ali. Now walk around a little bit, Ali. Back your help. Full circle. There you go.
There it
So
is.
now, from here, everybody, once you're on your side, keep turning out. Cross your legs over their body. From the cross,
Nice,
stretch
Nicole.
with the legs, break with the torso.
Remember, your fist goes to the ground. That's it, Nicole. Great.
Boom.
Nice, Summer.
Now they drop the knife. Everyone take your top hand. Go fishing for that knife. Go find it. Go find it. Now take it. Let's get them have it. 1, 2,
You
3.
got it, Stephanie.
Now use both hands.
I hope you guys
Push
are
off,
using sound
start
effects.
to shrimp away. Shrimp away. Sit up. Rock up in base on this side. Fist down and jump up in base. Dope. And we're out. Boom.
Great base get up.
Excellent. All right. Beautiful. So we can do a little final combo exercise here. Look, everyone's down. If the knife is on my throat, it's very like, I envision, boom, 1, 2. If the knife is on my hip, I sit up, I catch, I lay back down. So there's a very quick shots on the starts of all these. If it's on this side, I sit up, catch, and go down. If the knife's on this side, I pivot this way. If the knife's on this side, danger, grab, blade, pivot, bite, leg over the head. So just visualizing and practicing basically the 4 initiations. Not even the whole technique, because that's the rest of the technique kind of falls into place on its own. It's the initiation of any variation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knife here, knife here, knife here, knife here, gun here, gun here, gun here, gun here.
Yeah, and actually what you said, those initiation, those first, the kind of the beginning of those
Boom.
techniques, you actually have a moment after those to kind of like reconvene,
Yeah.
right? You have control over them, right? So you haven't actually used the weapon against them, so there's still more to be done, but there's a second where you can then create a pause and think. But from here to there can't really be much pause. It has to be a timing thing where you go from here to whoop, and you already have the weapon. They can't use it against you, and the arm's already almost getting broken.
So
right?
let's do it, let's do it. So if we're gonna go for the arm lock on the right side, everyone take your right hand over your heart, trap their arm, frame the neck, foot on the hip, turn and bite that armpit. That's arm lock right, and then leg over the head and we win. We got it, we got it. Reset. Arm lock left, look. Left hand goes over the heart, right hand frames the neck, push off with the right foot, pivot the other way, bite, and then leg over the head with the right. Yes, that's arm lock left, beautiful. Now square back up. Now kimura with the left, reach down with your left hand, grab a wrist, sit up, grab your own wrist, throw your back on the ground. Boom! Kimura on the right, grab the wrist with the right, sit up, roach over, double monkey, boom! Arm lock with the right, grab the wrist, blade the neck, foot on the hip, turn and bite, leg over the head. Arm lock on the left. Left hand, grab your heart on the opposite side of your other heart, hook that, frame the neck, foot on the hip on the right, pivot, bite, leg over the head. Arm lock on the left, the other way, arm lock with the right. Grab the wrist, frame the neck, turn, bite, leg over the head. Kimura with the left, grab the wrist, sit up, grab your own wrist, lay down fast. Kimura on the right, grab the wrist, sit up, reach over, lay down fast. Arm lock on the right, grab the wrist, frame the neck, turn and bite, leg over the head. Arm lock on the left, grab the wrist, frame the neck, pivot, bite, leg over the head, heels down, hold tight, break the arm. Congratulations. Sorry guys, I got a little excited there.
I was gonna say.
That's what happened. Eve says, let me talk the whole class. I'm gonna get fired. When I get cracking, you don't try to slow me down.
I almost
you know
got
what I'm
lost on that one. I was like, which
saying?
way
It's like
right
once the
left?
engine gets going, let me run, you guys.
I was
Come
like
on.
doing this the whole time, like which left, right, okay.
Good to see
Okay,
you.
got
What's
it.
up? Excellent. Susan is here.
What are the odds the knife would be on the same side of your neck as their arm, and then what to do?
Great question.
Slight modifications.
Yes.
Check it out.
The question was, what are the chances that the knife,
Instead of being the knife across the neck in conventional manner here, what if they do this? Or they do this, where the blade is here. The problem now, if Eve does the cross grip, she's gonna slice herself in the neck. Fight's over. You can't cross pull a knife that's on this side of your neck. It's always a matter of pulling the blade in that direction. So conventionally, arm locks are cross grips and pulls, which is why in the conventional use of the knife, it's actually very normal arm lock application. If they switch this, it would be slightly abnormal, but still follow the same principles. Eve's hip rotation is gonna be the same. All she does, instead of this arm here and this arm here, she's just gonna switch. This arm,
and I can post
pulling it first. Pull it,
So
1,
pull,
2.
and then here, and still break the arm, right? So there's still a pull and a post, but you
Slight
always
modification.
pull towards the side of the blade.
Pull
Whatever
to-
side the blade, side of the neck the blade is on, that's
Pull
the side
boom
we
or
pull
pull
and
boom. You
post.
guys, you need one hand to pull the knife off your neck. You need the other hand to create distance. Whether the distance is form of a palm on my neck like that, she's pushing away, or whether the distance is the form of a frame where she's using her forearm. Both of those are distance preservers to ensure the leg has a landing spot near the neck.
And just to be sure, we trap the leg on the same side as the kimura.
Yes, so she sits up for the kimura. When she sits up, she goes down. We get to here, she traps the leg on the same
Here,
side.
same side as the kimura, and then using that kind of energy and pushing off that leg to get this hip shoulder here, and then we trap.
Beautiful.
Great questions.
Awesome.
Any other questions from you guys here?
Good, 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 good,
Ladies?
good, good, good.
Anything else?
Any questions? Good job, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's sit down. I want to visualize something with you guys. I have a story to tell. Everyone sit down, cross your legs, close your eyes, and let me talk you guys through something here. So your retail malls are finally open. You're leaving with your bag full of shopping, goods, and you're making it to your car, and parked right next to your car is another person's car. He's in the car. As you get out, approaching your vehicle, he gets out as if he's gonna walk towards the mall, but he's not. Instantly, he approaches, puts a knife in your neck, tells you to drop the bags, which you do. Drop the bags, your hands are free. You would do that regardless. And he tells you to get in his car. Get in my car or else I'm gonna kill you right here. And it's a very new situation, very shocking to say the least, right? And he opens the back door of his car and you get in the back seat. But here's your logic in this point. Even though you've done this class, you've talked about it, you don't want to leave the primary crime scene, your logic is simple. I don't want to get hurt right now. If he gets me in the back of his car and then he goes in the front seat of his car, when he stops his car, I'm going to exit the car by myself. I know how to exit a car. I'm just going to get out. So your logic wasn't to go along and ride the whole way. Your logic was, I'm going to play along to then get out, which is a genius strategy, right? It's a very logical way of thinking. I'm going to go in with the mindset of escaping at the first chance. So he gets in, puts you in the back seat. He gets in the front seat. He now has his knife up there, but you're in the back seat of the car. And he trusts that you're so scared. I'm going to kill you if you fight, yell, scream, or get out. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you're playing along. He goes, the first stoplight. You go to open the door, child safety locks. You can't open it from the inside. It's not openable. So now you're in the back seat of a car with a guy driving who you don't know. Off he goes. The doors are unopenable from the back. And now you got to go to plan B. Okay, what are we going to do? He's still driving at low speed. The guy's driving at low speed. You reach over, you grab the steering wheel, and you pull it. You crash his car deliberately into another car to your right in traffic. Naturally, this causes a commotion. The cars stop. People get out. People are yelling, what's going on? You get out. You make a run for it. He chases after you, tackles you in the grass. Now he's on top of you, has the knife in the guard. With his knife still, you're out of the car. You sit up, immediately you lace up that arm, catch the kimura. You lay down, turn your hips, hip, shoulder, you cross your legs, and you don't squeeze till the tap. You rip through the arm completely. He drops the knife instinctively in excruciating pain. You take the knife, and at this point, you think about using it against him, but because there are other people in the area, you know that you don't have to use it against him in order to get away safely. So you take the knife, you get up in base, and you're free because you're in open space. Congratulations, you saved your life and you saved his, although it's not your priority. People were able to help. He goes to jail and spends a very long time behind bars. Excellent.
I have a few comments on that.
What do you think?
Yeah. So a couple things to take away from that visualization, and these are why we do these, is not to give people nightmares at night, but actually to really think about the application of these techniques, and especially something like this, which is a weapons defense, which is weapons defense class. The hardest part of weapon defense is, for most of us who are good human beings and who don't really want to hurt people, is the idea of having to use the weapon against somebody. Mm-hmm. And in Henner's specific situation, the thought process was that if there's people around, and that might be true, where you go, oh no, you can even hold somebody in a kimura. The kimura is a great technique just to hold somebody down and say, hey, somebody come help, and then they can apprehend the person, right? But we have to think about the end of this technique, which is, will we use the weapon against them if our life is on the line? And I can't answer that question for you. I can answer it for me. And the answer is absolutely yes. And we have to think about those questions ahead of time. Because in the moment, naturally, what most of us are going to do is think, I don't want to, end someone's life. But the idea is that in a survival situation, whoever is more committed, has more conviction to survive, will survive. And so we ask that be you. And if that means surviving means using a weapon against somebody and ending their life before they end yours, because here's the truth. If someone's using a weapon, if they have brought the weapon into the equation, their objective is to use it against you. So we have to remember that. This is a person who will hurt us if they get this weapon back, and potentially even had an intention to, end our lives from the beginning. So just something to think about as we talk about weapon defenses, and might be the hardest part of this technique, is not necessarily the move itself, but what to do once you get that weapon, and that's something to think about for each one of us individually.
Awesome, you guys. Let's congratulate on her second stripe, Luz Pacheco. Where's our friend Luz? There she is.
Awesome.
Good job, Luz. Congratulations.
Yay.
Awesome work. And the whole family there is training at home, so great job, Luz, and rest of the Pacheco crew. We're glad to have you guys on board. You guys have been great. Everyone else, great job. Today, lesson number, weapon defense, 12, shrimp escape, and shirt choke. Very exciting. So this is going to go down on Saturday morning. Shrimp escape, it's a survival class, worst case scenario.
You're going to join us on Saturday. Bring like a little piece of fabric.
Right? A little something to choke someone with.
A little shirt, a little piece of fabric, a little rope.
Or a little husband,
belt.
a little son, a little brother, a little wife, a little friend, a little someone you can choke.
Or a doll. I don't know.
No, you don't have to have anything, but it's going to be dope, you guys. So Saturday we'll go for shirt choke and shrimp escape. Look forward to having everyone there. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. And ladies, come to try Combatives class, Gracie Combatives beginner class. We'd love to see you there. Some of you guys have already done it, and those who are still on the fence, make it happen this week. Thank you guys. Take it easy.
Thanks, ladies.
Awesome
Have
job.
Have a great night or day. Whatever time it is where you are.
See you guys.